just like Hero says. Alright, here we go. Continue. And the funky music starts up again. We're back in the music hall in the 1920s. The setting is great for this game. I really enjoy this setting, this time period, and just the overall ambience of the game I think is really cool. The walking animations are quite cute too. You know, here with this tiger thing here, this tiger statue or stuffed tiger I guess, you know, it's so polished and beautiful that I just felt like I had to kind of, yeah, wow, spooky, I know, right? I just felt like I couldn't let all this effort go to waste that had been put into the visuals. I felt like I had to give it another shot, so even if the actual gameplay was really not enjoyable for me. So I think last time we were talking to the guy at the piano, and I think we're about to investigate a case of murder or something. I think it said case 1, the gardener. The gardener has been murdered amongst the thorns of the roses in the flower beds. Indra, hey Indra, how's it going? I did play this yesterday, Indra, however, and there's a big however, it was a real ordeal, Indra. It was almost torture. I found the gameplay, the battle system to be indecipherable, like unfathomable. It was entirely just, it just went right over my head and it was a real struggle. So I kind of stopped playing after this game, like halfway through, without evaluating it or anything. So I thought today I would give it another shot and see if I can make a better pass of it. Yeah, I know Indra, right? Because usually with gameplay and stuff and battles, I'm pretty okay, I can manage. And even like challenging battle systems, I love a good challenge. I love high difficulty and something I can really sink my teeth into, you know? But with this battle system, it was more, it wasn't the difficulty, it was more just that it was hard to understand. Like, it was doing that thing, Indra, of it was trying to conceal the fact that it was an RPG battle system by renaming all the skills and trying to make it like a conversational exchange between your enemy and yourself, so you had to kind of talk to him and do all this sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still an RPG battle system, like there's no getting around that, you know. But it was just a tad difficult to understand. So what's this guy saying? Sucking on his lollipop. Oh, has it crashed? Am I frozen? Have the characters, I think the characters are frozen. Like the Disney movie. Yeah, they're definitely not moving. Everything seems to have frozen. Well, I hate to tell you, Spooks, but the excitement is going to be short-lived because the game has just crashed, I think, or got stuck, so... Indra's just going to wet herself laughing now. Absolutely. Someone else is suffering apart from you, Indra. Okay, this is going to be the third try at this game, but no, I didn't click outside of the window. I didn't click outside of the window. I'm going to give it one more go, so let's shut down the window and let's find it again. And I guess just avoid him, or maybe approach him from another angle. That might work. Free spirits. Shinx, I got wrecked. For the second time, Shinx. I got totally wrecked. Although the game actually is unencrypted, which means you can go into the development project and change it all around. So, I mean, I could do that, I guess, but... Okay, continue. Third try. Let's go, you guys. You strange walking people shimmying across the floor. I had such a cute walking animation. I love this walking animation. So, I wonder if I should avoid that lollipop guy. Who's this guy? Maybe you won't crash the game. Hi, James. Oh, James is kind of out of shape. I think James needs to get to the gym, because he's looking a little bit podgy, looking like he's got love handles. There's not much definition going on in that body, unless he's wearing the wrong size of shirt. But his hairdo and his facial features are quite effeminate as well. But yeah, he's not that hot, that's for sure. What's this? Sounds like a nasty case of possible crash, disqualifiable. Thing if the judges find it, they don't reboot after crashes. Well, that's my game out of the running, Indra. That's my game totally out of the running. My game was so buggy, Indra. I had like 0 time to test it, you guys. I just had no time for testing. Literally no time. I finished it and I uploaded it and that was it. And I think there was like 5 crashes in it or something ridiculous. So yeah, I'm definitely not in with the shot. By the way, you guys, I did post my game on the RPG Maker web forums. I posted my game on there, so if you want to check it out there, you can as well. It's called Casimir, again, so all that promotion. I'm learning. You see, I'm learning about promotion. I didn't see you there, and who's this? Yeah, this is another problem I have with this game, that initially when I saw this character portrait, I really thought this was a man. Like, his facial features are so manly, like his nose and his jaw, well, her jaw is so manly. Like, I did not get a female feeling from this character portrait at all, but apparently this is a girl, and they're sisters, but I mean, it just definitely screams man to me. This is like the big man, the strong man, so I don't know. And who are you? No, it's not a man, Indra, I know, it's really weird. I think it might have been like, I think they might have changed it around midway into the development of the game. I'm pretty sure, because we had a whole thing last night with, she was saying Nadia a lot, and I was like, who's Nadia? And then there was a little bit in battle where it was saying she brings out her gun and stuff, and I was like, wait a second, is that a woman? You're not against managed women, but didn't feel so. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. James wilts and twists one of his curls as Cosmin steers him down. By the way, I hope that my voice is a bit louder tonight, you guys, because Indra said it was a bit quiet last night, so I upped the volume on my voice, so let me know. As Cosmin steers him down. James Crow, sir. Good to be meeting you. Oh, that was a bit fast there for the automatic text. Nadia. Sorry about that, she can get a little intense. Don't worry, everything's Jake. Who's Jake? I'm only joking. I know that was the 1920s turn of phrase. Everything is fine. Alright, I heard you had another job tonight. I wanted to wish you luck. Thanks, your baked goods really helped last time. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like strudels and damp noodles and yeah, all sorts of weird baked goods in battle. Oh golly, you can have more anytime you want. Only what is it? Somehow I ran out of sugar. I swear there was a full bag in the back, but your antivirus just crashed. No, Shinx, no! We've finally been reunited, Shinx. Don't leave now, Shinx. No, don't break my heart like that, Shinx. Anyway, I can't make pastries without it. If you find sugar while you're out and about, bring it here and we can bake together. Oh, sounds sexy. Oh, I want you to have this. It's a recipe book with some of my family's best, well, recipes. Duh. I thought you might like it. Oh, James, I can't believe it. Thank you. Lana leans forward and, oh, all pulls James into a one-armed hug, eh? Oh dear, it's gonna get X-rated. Hot, hot, hot. Thanks, Ivansky. You're a real darb fella. Right, okay. Oh, shucks. Received the recipe book. Alright, so we can maybe make our own strudels for healing power. It's kind of cool. Chap hugging sim. Sexy bacon time, Shinx. I know, are you up for it? I'm up for it. Let's make some phallic-shaped croissants, you know? Dongers, baked dongers. I'm up for that. I would be good at that. I could make a good penis out of flour, eggs, you know, I could do it. I could do it. Oh, I shouldn't talk to him because he's going to crash the game. Yeah, you know, the vocabulary is really charming. The overall dialogue thing is really... Let's talk to that guy up there sweeping the floor. It's very different for an RPG Maker game, you know? Callahan. Wow. And I think all the character portraits really have this kind of sinister, very like, almost dark kind of feel to them. Really interesting. Ah, Miss Cosmin, how lovely it is to see you this night. Hero. Why is there a dude in the middle of the floor all alone at a tiny... He's the one that crashes shit, Indra. Yeah, he's the one that crashes the whole game, so I don't know, maybe he's the troll. Hidden troll. Ah, not that. Not that this night has any particular importance. It is merely that I thought to... the scrolling is going a bit fast. Sveta, who is this bothersome man? This is Mr. Callahan. Mr. Callahan, this is my sister. Yes, books. 100%. A pleasure. You may be calling me Cosmin. Ah, of course, your sister has said a great many things about you. Yeah, I just, I just don't get a female impression. I mean, Indra has made a lot of butch female characters in her time. Which one was the fighter out of Elsa and Alma? Was it Alma or was it Elsa? I think it was Elsa, right? Elsa was the big tough girl. But anyway, but this character just does not give me any glimmer of femininity. Like, there's nothing female about this to me. So I feel it's a bit strange, Callahan gives his turtleneck a long, drawn-out tug. He gives his he gives his private parts a long, drawn-out tug. Craigasm. Nothing bad. Not that I would assume you would assume they were ill things she spoke of. For that, it's too fast. Yes, well, Callahan, this has been a treat, but we must be going. Come, Sveta. Elsa didn't want to... Oh yeah, Elsa from, again, Frozen, the Disney movie. Indra ripped that off, stole that name from Disney. She's gonna get sued. They're gonna sue you, Indra, and take everything you have, which is not much. Wait, before you go, I should like to offer my services. You see, before my time here, my profession was of a similar nature to your own. If ever you need any assistance investigating spirits, don't hesitate to call upon me. A peer, you say? I should have known. Your coat is showing the same wear as mine. And what is this? Cosmin leans in and scrutinizes the cross hanging from Callahan's neck. A crucifix, and so well crafted. You flatter me. I carve a little in my downtime. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's fancy. Your skill is impressive. If your investigations are measuring up to your carving, your help will be good indeed. Okay. Yes, if you do, perhaps we might be speaking when I return. Of course. The dialogue exchanges just go on a tad too long for me. Like, although it's very charming vocabulary like Spook says, it just kind of rambles on a bit too long for me. As would I, Callahan. Okay, yeah, we really gotta leg it now. Come on, Nadia. Very manly Nadia. What? Oh yes, let's be going. Okay, so that did nothing for me really. Kind of a waste of my time. Oh, what about the guy behind the bar? Can we get drunk? It's Saturday night. Sorry, Lana, employees only. Mortimer. Yeah, it's kind of really strange. There's a strange kind of gender thing going on here where the women kind of look really manly and some of the men look really feminine. Like, that face looks so feminine to me. But it's okay, I don't mind that at all. So I guess we gotta speak to him from the other side of the bar. Up here. Are you going somewhere? Oh yeah, I'll be back later though. Just another job. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah, big ass eyelashes. I hope they're his own and not false, Mortimer stops polishing the glass in his hands and glances over at Cosmin. I see, so this is a sister. Well, we're not exactly sure. She's kind of manly for a sister, but, Excuse me? Nothing. I've just heard a bit about you is all. Off to drag Lana on another ghost-filled adventure? I hope so, if I can finally find out where I'm going next, or what my next goal is. My sisters and my business are none of your concern. My sister and my... That's a bit weird. Should be, I think, my sister and I's business. Yeah, my sister and I's business. It's nothing of your concern, whatever your name is. Mortimer Lamont, Lana's special friend, huh? I see how it is. She's got a, excuse my language, a fuck buddy. And this is the barman for sexy time. Don't forget it, Cosmin. Mortimer stares at the glass in her hands. Oh, wait a second. What? Okay, the genders in this game are fucked up. Is this a woman? Is this a girl? God, Mortimer is a boy's name. I hate to tell you, it's a boy's name. But the genders are getting out of control. I don't know. It's making my head spin. Yeah, there. Is that? Is, oh my God, I'm so confused because um, Mortimer's shoulders are so broad and square. Like, I don't get it. It kind of makes my head go a bit weird. Okay, I'll be on the house. Thanks, Mortimer. I'll probably take you up on that more than once. You slut. Don't mention it. It's not so much that it's a problem, really. It's just a bit confusing since the hinting is a bit weak. I bet they're all just asexual, agender robots. Yeah, maybe. And there doesn't seem to be much of a point. Yeah, I know. I know, right? I know. Let's get on with the game. Oh, yikes. Oh, damn. We've got to talk to everybody before we leave. Alright, okay, fine. So let's just save here. And let's try approaching this guy from this direction and see if that doesn't crash the goddamn game. I don't know. Oh, success. Oh, Lana, how'd it go with a... Grady gnaws on his lollipop and looks Cosmin up and down with an unimpressed expression. What, are you having a problem with me? Yeah, some of the English is a bit shaky. Just the syntax. Only if you keep snipping like that. I've already got a headache going. Hey Lana, you haven't... You see, now I've got no idea. Is this a man? Is this a butch woman? Is this some kind of mixture? Is this some kind of hermaphrodite? Have we got hermaphrodites in this game? You know, I just have no idea. You haven't talked with James yet tonight, have you? Oh, did you need something from him? Nah, well, maybe. Sitting over here guarding the door is real boring work. I'm starving. Don't know if he's got anything baking, but if he has, can you pick me up one or maybe half a dozen? Might be a long night. What are you talking about? You're sitting here watching a door. This cannot be a difficult task. You'd think, but I gotta spend all night watching for saps like you, don't I, Cos? What? You are the sap. Ow, you've wounded me. Yeah, zing. Anyways, give James some of this and nab me some of whatever's cooking, especially if it's that damp noodle. I got a hankering for some of that. Yeah, that's another thing. You see, these little bits of narration I'm not a fan of. Narration, usually. I think it's also a bit weird because there are animated poses in this game. Some of the sprites are animated, you know, sweeping, hand movements and stuff, so there's not like a real need for narration. And it's just a bit weird. Can do, Grady. We've met everyone, yes. Let us be getting the move on. Let us be getting the move on. Perfect. Finally, we can get exploring. Yes. Ready. Let's go. Let's go, bitch. Lana and Cosmin departed for Murdoch Bellinger's mansion that very night. It lay just outside the city limits, perched atop a hill like a king on his throne. Though the sight of it filled Lana with dread, Cosmin seemed unperturbed, as if haunted houses were a part of her every day. Cosmin is tough as nails. Perhaps they were. Lana couldn't know. She didn't want to know. And thus the Cosmin siblings approached the front door. Too spooky, spooky. It's too spooky for me. Hello? Is anyone there? It took me, no word of a lie, it took me about, it was almost as bad as your boss fight in Escalia, Indra. It took me about half an hour to get through the tutorial battle. That was insane. Hello, is anyone there? Nadia, you just knocked. Yeah, get to that combat. Get to the excruciating combat. I know. Hello? We're here to see Mr. Bellinger. My father? Yes, so you're his... Yeah, that must be what she means. You're a sharp one, Lana. You are clever. Right, yes, of course you are. Who else would you be? My name is Lana Cosman. Lana Cosman, and this is my sister. Cosman stares Miss Bellinger down. Both remain stony, should be stony-faced, not stone-faced. Stone-faced is like you're on drugs, you're on cannabis. And Cosman's eyes narrow until they become tiny slits. That's racist. Good to be meeting you. My father is inside. This way, please. Oh, Jesus, why did the music get so loud? What the F? The music just went up like 10 bazillion notches in my own headphones. Jeez, that was terrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. Into the front hall without so much as a word, and then promptly vanishes, leaving the two siblings to themselves. Against snakes or cats. If they're not, you tell me, Spooky. I don't think I like this place, Nadia. What are you talking about? It's just a house. An ugly house. You know what's funny? It's actually not an ugly house. This is a pretty good looking house for RPG Maker graphics. By RPG Maker standards, this is a pretty nice looking house. Are those my ghost exterminators? Come in, come in. We're Ghostbusters! Who are you gonna call? Ah. Hello, Zantona. Welcome to the stream. And no, I have not made this game. This game is an Indie Game Maker contest game, which was made in a month for a competition. I can't remember who made it right now off the top of my head, but the name of the game is Free Spirits, and you can find it online for download if you want to play it. If you just search for that name and Indie Game Maker contest, I'm sure you'll come across it. And this is my second time playing it. I played it for a tiny bit yesterday, but I didn't really enjoy the combat of the battle system. It was a bit too hard to understand for me, but the graphics and visuals are super appealing, very gorgeous, so that's why I thought I would give it another go and see if I can do any better with the combat this time. Do not be fearing, Sveta, just stay behind me. Yeah, whoever did the graphics books is extremely talented. Everything is so clean and so sharp, and all the aesthetics are very consistent. You know, it's obviously because they're all custom, but it's just super pretty. You know, but you know, my way of thinking is that a game has got to have good gameplay. It's not all about the graphics. It's not all about the visuals. It's got to be a pretty good experience to play as well. So, you know, there's that element too. Looks like a bunch of dusty books. Let's see. A Midsummer's Night Dream. Oh, it's by that Shakespeare guy that Mortimer told me about. It must be awfully funny to make her laugh like that. Lana sneezes. Yuck, I better put this back for now. So obviously the people who own this house have not been reading their Shakespeare very frequently because it has accumulated dust. So shame on them, huh? Gotta read that Shakespeare every day. Fake flowers. It's kinda cheap. Ahem. So let's go and talk to our client and see what he wants us to do in terms of ghost exterminating. So you're the ones Jason sent him. I have to admit, I'm underwhelmed. Bellinger stares at his nails instead of looking at either Lana or Cosman while he speaks. His lips are twisted into the unfriendliest of sneers. I suppose we're not your typical ghost exterminators, but we are, Yes, that's all very nice, miss. Can you do the job or not? You will not be speaking to my sister like this, Bellinger, if you know what's good for you. Bellinger's eyes flick over Cosman. He snorts under his breath. Are you some sort of big shot then? You think you can just talk to me however you like, eh? Think again. You make one wrong move, and I send you packing faster than you can say, fired. Understood? I'm understanding that you are kind of an asshole, Bellinger. You are kind of a prick with something shoved up your ass a mile wide. So that's what I'm understanding so far. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Bellinger, it won't happen again. If it's not too much trouble, would you please tell us a bit about the situation? Ha, that's better. Well, here's the thing. I found myself in a bit of a predicament. I need to hire a new groundskeeper. The gardens are a mess. You may have been able to tell when you came in. The trouble is, I can't seem to keep one. It's so hard to get reliable help these days. Not that either of you would know anything about that. Ah, I get it. You're looking down on me because I'm not rich and I don't have servants. I don't have a fancy schmancy house with fake flowers in it. You know, you shouldn't throw stones, mister, because you're not as cultured as you like to think. What does this have to do with us? We are not gardeners, Mr. Bellinger. I ignored the red sweater man. Oh, yeah, this is the red sweater man. Anyway, the last few people I've hired to care for the gardens have all said something about a ghost. I don't know what they're on about. I don't believe in ghosts, of course, but when I mentioned this all to Jason, he insisted I let you come and take a look. I'm doing him a favour, really. I can't help but indulge Jason once in a while. Oh, is Jason a hottie? Is that why? You can't resist Jason's siren call. Let's meet Jason. I am sure. Well, that should be enough information, I think. Thank you for your help, Mr. Bellinger. Oh, yes. Murdoch waves his hand, dismissively, I'm assuming. Be on your way then, and take care to be on your best behaviour around my daughter, She's a precious thing, very shy. I'd hate to see her fall in with, common folk. Mister, you're really pushing it, I gotta tell you. What a jerk. What a total knob. Okay, so let's do some exploring. Maybe steal some of his stuff. Because honestly, I don't like him. Can we go in here? I guess not. Maybe it's only the colored doors that you can go through. That'd be kind of a neat gameplay exploration feature. Zantona, yes I do. I make my own RPG Maker games. I've actually only made one full game, Zantona, and it was very rough around the edges. It was my first project, but it was a project for my friends who are also streamers. I made them kind of a fan game, and it was really well received. They loved it. They streamed it themselves, and actually, I've had a lot of comments from people who watched them play that game, and said that it got them into RPG Maker because I think I maybe approached it from a kind of a different perspective, and they thought that they wanted to try RPG Maker themselves after watching my game. So that's always good to hear. I'm in the process of making another game right now. And as I say, I also entered the Indie Game Maker contest with a game called Casimir, which is kind of a zombie horror thriller. So, alright Shinx, hopefully you'll be back later. It was great to see you, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon, Shinx. So again, these curtains are super pretty. I love the colour on them. Pigeon ghost. Yeah, there was a slight kind of pigeon noise there, spooks, but it seems to have stopped now. Yo, Megastem, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Megastem? Yeah, I know, long time no see, Megastem. It's great to see you. Excuse me? Sorry to bother you. Okay, she's not saying anything to us. Okay, so here we are in the aforementioned garden, the haunted garden that Mr. Bellinger was complaining about. This is the first thing, the first visual aspect that I'm not entirely sold on, which is the water, the coloured bit of water. It's okay, but the fact that it's static and it's a little bit strange, but it's okay. It's fine. So let's see what we're doing in this haunted garden here. To be spooky. Bonkers, biatch. Bonkers. Bonkers. Yeah, they couldn't animate it because it's custom. Yeah, it's probably true. And like I said at the start of the stream, you've got to remember that there was a month a time limit on this project. Like for all the projects, there was only a month to make your game in. So, you know, you've got to remember that when you're looking at these things, you know. We did not have time to do everything we wanted to do. I know for myself, there was so much stuff that I wanted to make in my game and put in my game, and I just didn't have the time. Like, I just literally had no time to do it. So, you know, that's a factor in these games. This game, Megastem, this game is, I think, quite a story-driven game. I think it's relying a lot on its dialogue and its characterization. And it's kind of about these two sisters who are professional ghost hunters or something, and they are taking on clients and trying to exorcise ghosts from people's houses and things. So I think that's what it's about. But the pigeon is back, Spooks. The pigeon is back, cooing away in the background there. Yeah, so far it's a bit slow. I've got to say it's a bit slow. I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to be going right now. Do I have a journal or anything? Reference. Look at this. Wow, okay. Basic information, emotional states, skills, willpower. No, so there's no journal. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Bellinger again and see if he's got any further hints for us. Get to work. But yes, but how do I get to work? Let's go upstairs. No, staring at that wall. So captivating. Okay, so we can't go upstairs because Mr. Bellinger might get angry. So, where do we go? I don't know. Don't know where to go. No, don't return to that. It must be in the garden, because that's what he was banging on about in his little spiel. He was saying the garden is haunted, but there was nothing that happened in the garden when I went out there. It was kind of boring, so she says nothing to us. Okay, so let's examine some shit and see if anything happens. Let's examine the jacuzzi or whatever. What is this about blue moon, Sveta? The moon is not blue. Are we needing to get you glasses? What? It's just a figure of speech, Nadia. Besides me, with cheaters, no thanks. All this talk of cheating has me worried. We will speak of this once we get home. Alright, Megastem. I was talking about specs, Nadia. Glasses. Okay, so that's the end of that little interaction. Let's see if there's anything else interactable on this map, because that would really help me to progress the game. But I don't know if there is. Is it interactable? No. Golly, the sky is so clear. You can only see that once in a blue moon this time of year. Oh, it's the same conversation. Okay. Unless this is an important conversation, you should put a self switch onto your interactions so that the player doesn't, you know, go through the same dialogue thing again. Okay. So I guess it's not in the garden then. Alright, back into the house we go. Let's go back inside. Yeah, coloured stuff is important. So there's a flower that's coloured. Good point, Indra. Good idea, thank you. Thank you. Sveta, what was that? I think I stepped on a plant. How careless. Oh, good lord. Oh, sweet Jesus. This is where the game starts to get impenetrable for me, is the combat. Okay, Dahlia. Hey, you there, watch those grimy boots of yours. You just crushed a life. Ah, the spirit! Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry about your flower, Mom. It was an accident. Huh, kids these days, always with their heads in the clouds rather than watching where they're going. Why, you can learn a lot from looking at the ground, you know. Hey, who are you calling kid? Nana shushes Cosmin. Shush, 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 shush. You're absolutely right, ma'am. It won't happen again, I promise. And we'll keep our grimy boots out of your flowers. But you're the gardener here, right? We wanted to talk to you. Those are some massive shears he's got. He has got some massive, scary shears coming at you there. Just noticed them. They're huge. We wanted to talk to you about something. Dahlia puffs out her chest. Harumph. Well, I am a very busy woman, but I suppose I could take time out of my day to talk, though my garden is better company. Antisocial. Cosmin glares. Okay, here we go. Let's give it a go, guys. Let's see how well I can do. So let's start off by talking to the gardener. See what they say. So, ma'am, is your name Dahlia Bush? Is your name Dahlia Bush? Dahlia Pubes? Sure is, kiddo. So who's asking? A friend of a friend? We're friends of some of your friends. The, people who live in this house. Friends, huh? Can't think of any friends of mine who live around here. You're talking about my employers, aren't you, kiddo? Yes, Mr. Bellinger wanted us to speak with you. It throws up her hands. Look here, missy, your employers are about as far from your friends as a daisy is to a daffodil. So what's Bellinger after now, huh? This is what I'm talking about with the combat, you guys. It just isn't fun for me, because it's all like dialogue based. There's no like damage indicators, there's no like HP bars. It's not satisfying. Like even the battle that I fought yesterday, which I won, it wasn't satisfying. I didn't feel like, you know, I didn't feel good that I won, because it's all just this like blah blah blah. Nothing has any impact or, you know, real achievement to it. So I'm not a fan of this kind of combat system, but I think people like Indra would probably like it more. They like dialogue stuff more, but it just doesn't give me that sensation of, yes, you know, I got him, I did the right thing, you know, I chose the right skill and I defeated the enemy. It doesn't make me feel like that, so. Nagant tends to frighten people. Okay, let's try frightening the gardener. Revolver out of her coat. Would you look at that? What are you carrying a 6-shooter around for, eh? It's a 7 actually, and a memento of sorts. And this is another problem, is all the actions in battle have these dialogue bits attached to them, so the pace of the battles becomes really slow, because you're going through all this dialogue all the time, and it's just very slow battles, you know? You don't need to tell me such things. It is no toy, it was my father's. Really now? Back in the day I kept my pa's gun around too. His was a rifle, though, an old Winchester. The gun that won the West, they always say. I would never have guessed such a thing from you. Figures, underestimating your elders, typical. I used to do a lot of trick shooting. I could shoot a pea out of a pod. Is that so? I am cute. I'm not. Please get a move on with the thing. Dahlia and Cosmin discuss the finer points of aiming and the merits of various guns. Blah blah blah. Don't know if I've mentioned this one before, but I've seen a lot of things over the years at this house. Bellinger isn't the first man I've worked. Oh god, it's so long-winded. Okay, finally. So, what do we do now? Do we talk again? Oh god, how exciting. Let's try shooting again, because it's like some action, at least. Oh, same thing? Okay. Let's try talking then. And then you get these choices that pop up, guys. You get these branches in the battle where you can choose options. This one's not so bad because it's a 50-50, but in the tutorial battle it was a 3-way choice, and there was no indication of which is the right choice, you know, which one are you supposed to choose. So it really feels like you're just guessing, and like it's all luck based, because how am I supposed to know which is the right choice here? Yeah, it's kind of like an interactive cutscene, Megastem. You're right. That's kind of what it's like. Stop haunting this house. Miss Bush, because you are a spirit, you have died, it's time to go. Yeah, Megastem. Fiacra graveyard, but I'm perfectly happy right here, right in my garden, thank you. And the thing is, the enemies can damage me, but I can't damage them, so kind of... I guess Bellinger's not even the worst. It did some treasury work for your lovely little club a few years. And let me tell you, the manager was just awful. He couldn't tell algebra from algae, and he always blamed his mistakes on me, the nerve. I really don't enjoy these battles, I've got to say, or these gameplay sections. I really don't enjoy them, I've got to be honest. Like, they kind of bore me, to be honest. Talk, I guess. More talking, yeah. I don't know which one I'm supposed to choose. Why stay? Yeah, that's right, Spooky, but you know, it's not really clear which one is supposed to be, you know, related to... I just find it a little bit hard to understand. I don't find it intuitive, you know, so would it be better if it was a side view? Yeah, probably. Spooks. Probably would get a few extra points anyway, that's for sure. I'm happy if you're happy. Lana attempts a cheesy smile, but Cosmin clears her throat and shakes her head. Lana's smile vanishes and she shrugs. But I'm right, so why stay if you know you're dead? Dahlia's eyes shift to the side. Look, I have my reasons, alright. There's just no satisfaction to the gameplay, you know, it's just all talking. So... Fine, you are choosing to remain for some reason. Could this reason perhaps be unfinished business? She has a lot of questions and tell us what it is. Look, if you've seen this place, I can't just leave. There's still so much work to do in my garden. Why don't you help me? We're not gardeners. We'll share anything we find, I suppose. Oh. The problem with it is that the rest of the game is really quite dialogue heavy as well. So you've got no variety in the game. Like, the combat encounters are also all dialogue, so the game is very kind of one thing the whole way through, because combat is usually the opportunity for the player to get more interactive and do some stuff. So this game kind of is very passive in a lot of ways for the player in that turn. You have to stick to one target if you want to get anything done on time. I guess we keep talking. Always slacking off. Don't you have a job to do for me? Talk, I guess? I don't know. Okay, so she's repeating herself, so I guess we have exhausted her talk options. So maybe we should try shooting next time or something, I don't know. In turn, yes. 25. Don't mind working, mind you, but I want it to feel like something I can do for myself. That's why I like gardening so much. This dialogue is just a bit bland and like, why am I supposed to care, you know? It's like blah blah blah. So let's try shooting her. Okay, that's the same thing as last time, so let's try talking, I guess. That's the same thing. So we have kind of reached an impasse here. Let's try comforting her. It's not a good time. Okay, so what other options do we have? We've done talk, we've done negant, we've done comfort. Maybe it's items. Maybe there's an item here. Cake, Vitrushka, Snickerdoodle, recipe book. Does she want to read the recipe book? Don't know. Not right now. Okay. More vegetables. Of course, unlike some people, I pay attention to what's going on around me. Okay, am I supposed to just sit here until she until the battle decides to give me new dialogue boxes and Is that how is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I not supposed to be trying to beat her? Am I just supposed to like let the thing progress? I don't know. Wait, act, skills, talk, I don't know. Nope, that's the same phrase as before. Let's try shooting her. Nope, it's the same thing. So, I don't know. Natural observation. After a while, it was all I had. Even if Bellinger's about... Yeah, this is definitely the feeling that I'm getting. That I'm just supposed to be a spectator to the dialogue, and I'm not supposed to really be trying to do anything. That she's just going to have these dialogue boxes at various intervals in the encounter, which is so boring. It's so like you're not giving your player anything to do. It's really a turn off for me. Like, from my personal taste, I don't enjoy this battle system one little bit. Spooky does though, so there you go. They're good at reminding of your own roots. The lavender here always makes me think of my old home. So the gardener is nostalgic. Yeah, I mean, it might be a bit better to watch Spooky than it is to play. I think maybe if you're just watching it and taking in the graphics and the dialogue and stuff, maybe it's a bit better. But if you're a player trying to be active and trying to be interactive, it's really quite a frustrating experience, because you keep thinking like, okay, what do I do, what do I do? But really you just have to sit here and read. So the ghost is nostalgic. So I talk. Think about the good old days. Okay. I don't know, comfort. Not a good time. It's ready for a lecture. This is boring to me. It can't be that long, right? Can't be that long, right? A fiery whippersnapper myself. That's how you get anywhere in life. Yeah, spooky strudel. Spooky. It's indeed a long lecture. I just find this dull, you guys. I find this really dull. And that's how I stopped a train robbery. The dang fools thought they could hassle me when I was on a lecture circuit with the WCTU. They didn't know about the blazing bush. Oh dear. Blazing pubes. Your pubes are on fire. Sharpshooter extraordinaire. I'm zoning out with this thing. Talk, I don't know, whatever. Just let it end. Let it end. Shit. No. You already said this. Another one? No thanks. Now it's angry. What does that mean? How do I capitalize on that? Yeah, I don't enjoy this. I'm gonna stop after this, Spooky, don't worry. I'm gonna stop after this battle. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy this one iota. I find this dull. I find this... Oh, you just got a vial-filled negative review for Rootbound. I saw that you got, on the forums, Indra, I saw someone replied to you in your thread about the game, and they didn't really enjoy the dialogue or whatever, but was this like a more mean one? Vicious one? Combat sucks. Fun isn't funny. Trying too hard. Alright, okay. You suck? Oh my god, that's a bit extreme, I would say. The thing is, you know, if I hadn't have entered into the Indie Game Maker contest myself, you guys, like, I wouldn't even be really daring to comment on these games, because I think you've got to do it yourself so you can understand what the pressure is of it and how hard it is. Like, it's super difficult. I found it really hard to make a game in 1 month myself. So the only reason I'm reviewing these games and critiquing them is because I know what it's like. I've done it. I've done it, so I kind of have the right to kind of comment on other games. But if you haven't made a game yourself for it, I think you should be a bit more sort of lenient of other games. If you're looking for a game with lots of tries to be funny but isn't funny dialogue, half of which undermines the story, oh my god, flat characters, Indra? That's kind of hard to believe for you. Your characters are usually, I mean, the last thing they are is flat. They might be over the top. I could believe that they would be over the top and kind of exaggerated, but flat, that kind of seems unlikely. No proper story, no character development, a boring battle system where auto attack is the best option most of the time because whatever you do, you're hitting once at a time anyway. Use magic. Semi-nice maps? Oh my god, for Indra? Someone is calling Indra's maps semi-nice? That's shocking. And nice music, this is your game. It's one of the butt plug nights? Okay. Yeah, I think it's true that, you know, because Indra is so honest, she's so honest and fearless, like, when she plays games, she doesn't care about upsetting people, so she's always very honest, and that means that she can attract a lot of heat, you know, a lot of people can get annoyed at her and stuff, but I don't see why, because she's just being honest, she's not trying to hurt people, she's just saying what she feels. And so many people are being fake and pretending they like stuff, and I don't think it's fair for people to be, you know, taking it personally and holding a grudge and trying to get revenge in that way. It's like, it's not that cool. Gatsby. Dahlia certainly tells you. Oh, this is so boring for me, you guys. I'm going to try and win this fight and then I'm stopping this game and I'm moving on to the next game. Because I'm sorry, but I just don't get any fun from this. This like drains me of life energy. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but it does drain me. Like, it's so, there's no impact to anything. It's all just blah blah blah. Like, if the rest of the game wasn't so dialogue heavy and so story based, this would be cool, because you would be getting all this extra information and you'd be like interested, but the rest of the game has got so much dialogue. Like, the last thing you want is more dialogue. There's no music? Really? Is the music too quiet, you guys? Shit. What is happening? What is this? What am I supposed to do? Spooky, Spooky, you seem to understand this combat system. What am I supposed to do? I don't get what I'm supposed to do. Items, I better heal her up with a damp noodle. Whatever the heck that is. Sounds like some sort of fancy dildo. Cornered. You know what's important in life? Focus. Is this supposed to be important? You have to stick to one target if you want to get anything done on time. What does that mean though? Skills. Back to skills. It's a talk battle. Yeah, but what am I supposed to do, Megastem? Do you have any idea? I'm literally, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Like, I don't get it. I just do not get it. Don't get it. Talk? I don't know. No. God, this is excruciating. Intern. Oops. Intern. Ever. How long is this going to go on for? Bitch, please. You don't know what to do either, Megastem? Okay, that's kind of a comfort. Because yesterday I was feeling like super stupid. I was like, am I a moron? Okay, so let's try comfort. It's not a good time. And all I've got left available to me is the talk option, which she is not receptive to. No, tell me now, Spooks. Tell me now. Tell me now. What do I do? Just tell me, Spooks. Just help me cheat. I don't care about not cheating. Just tell me what I'm supposed to do. How many of these combats do we have to do? I don't know. I was already sick of it after the first one. After the first one, I was like, this is not something I enjoy. I love RPG combat. I love, you know, like real combat, like where you're fighting. I love that. This sort of a thing, it just bores me. I'm sorry. Oh, you don't know either? Okay. Talk then, I don't know. I don't know, what the heck am I supposed to do? I literally have no idea. In what universe is this fun? Because I can't imagine it. What items have I got? Anything possible? Snickerdoodle? Can I use it on her? No. Only use it on my allies. Makes you feel nostalgic. Whole cake. Tried the recipe book. Really want to read it. Oh god. Shooting. No. Okay, I honestly I don't know how to progress this battle, so I think I'm gonna have to close the game now in the middle of the battle because it's going around in circles. I'm doing the same things over and over again. I think I've exhausted all the options and nothing seems to work, nothing seems to do anything. And anyway, it's just more dialogue if you do progress anyway, so it's not like it's that exciting. So I'm going to switch games now. So I'm going to do my sum up for this game right now because I'm not going to play it again. And I'm going to say that the visuals are astounding, so impressive, really beautiful graphics, really beautiful tile sets, sprites, character portraits are amazing, and the visual style with the black and white and the bits of colour and stuff, really, really beautiful. I really enjoy the graphics. The music is okay too. It's very appropriate for the time period of the 1920s. It's got that kind of a feel to it. The dialogue, the dialogue is pretty okay. It's got a nice turn of phrase, which is also in keeping with the time period. But there's too much dialogue, and because the combat is dialogue combat, it really starts to become like you start to tune it out, and you start not to pay attention to it because there's so much of it. So that's a problem with it, I think. And I hate this combat. There's not really a way to sugarcoat it and be nicer about it. I despise it. Like, it's not fun, it's anti-fun for me. It like drains me of fun. It's very like obscure, it's very vague. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And there's no satisfaction to the battles, so that's what I'm gonna say. So I think out of 5 signets, I would probably give it, I'm kind of wavering in between 2 and 3. The battle system is bringing it down to a 2, but if I'm gonna go on the visuals and the graphics, I would give it 3. But the battle system is so terrible, like it's so awful. Okay, I'll give it 3. I'll give it 3 signets out of 5 for the graphics. But if I was going to be probably maybe a bit more honest, I might give it a 2. But I mean, the graphics are good, so I'll give it a 3. Hey, saying 1990. Yeah, it's just something I came up with on the fly, Indra. It was just a quick thing with the baby swans there. Yeah, I know, but there wasn't space for 10. Not unless I shrunk their heads down to be like tiny little heads. But yeah, I think 3. I think 3 is fair. for this. Okay, so next game. How's it going, Saiyan 1990? It's good to see you.